Hi, my name is Emma Dimakis, and this is my dual language bilingual education mini project, The Bridge. In this mini project, I want to study the cross-linguistic connections between Spanish and English and base my work in one student on the first grade of a dual language academy elementary. There's a waiting list process to enter in a dual language academy. After the end of the first grade, students might be only admitted to the program if there is a space in the school and they meet the following requisites. Students must participate in a dual language classroom, shows adequate Spanish fluency, and must be able to complete 5 years or more in the program. This study is about the first grade student at Elementary Dual Language Academy. I have access to one student, and I want to reflect on the bridge, on how knowledge of Spanish helps students learn English. Student Sebastian finished the kinder in an SL program and was on a waiting list all summer vacations until 1 week before classes when he was approved. These are the school pictures, but the name has been erased for privacy reasons. The goals of academic language is biliteracy, bilingualism, academic achievement, and sociocultural competence. This is the population program. In the red color, about 50% are Spanish speakers. In the blue color, not more than 50% are English speakers, and the program is two-way dual language. Parent support is available through ClassDojo, Skyward, text messages, and emails. Other resources are Open House and the Latino Family Reading Campaign. This is an opportunity to grow in biliteracy. As Dr. Izquierdo mentioned, biliteracy is a higher level of literacy. The next video is Sebastian making an exercise of math. As we can observe, he uses English and Spanish.
Plus 8 equals 48. 70 minus 8 equals 78. 20 más 4 igual a 24. Y luego 80 plus 3 igual a 83. Y luego 10 más 9 igual a 90. 19 plus 9 equals 99. 60 plus 5 equals 65. 30 plus 9 equals 39. Or 30 plus 9 igual a 39.
In the following video, Sebastian mentions some shapes, and we can observe that he uses English and Spanish.
Cuadrado, círculo, triangle.
In first grade, the instruction is 50-50. English language arts, social studies, and science are taught in English, while Spanish language arts and mathematics are taught in Spanish. Sebastian has two teachers, one in Spanish and the other in English. There are 22 students in the classroom. This picture is the book of reading en Spanish and in English, y esta es una imagen del libro de matemáticas en español. Biliteracy is not about learning two languages for separate. It connects both languages. The goals of biliteracy are vocabulary, content, and symbols. In Spanish, the coding process is to count, spell, and write sentences. Se tiene que respetar el idioma en su naturaleza. En esta foto se ve las sílabas simples, and this is a homework in Spanish from the student. Another example of a homework in Spanish is this. Aquí se usan los 5 sentidos para describir los objetos. And this is an example of homework in English and Spanish with the practice of numbers. The English teacher explained how she teaches the phonogram segment and then blends it with routines and oral and reading activities. The print concepts are phonics, fluency, word recognition, and vocabulary. These pictures are examples of the alphabet phonics, long vowel and short vowel. This picture is the vowel chart and the high frequency word list, and this picture is Sebastian English homework. This is the flows rule, and this is a magic puzzle center. Every word is missing in a matching puzzle piece with a magic find E. This is about find the correct E and read a new word. In the following video, we can observe how Sebastian uses the Magic Puzzle Center. The practice is in English. In one word that he didn't remember a word, he supports in Spanish by saying the word.
Boy, penny, slime, height, eat, kite, bunny, tape, bastón, tube, slide, airplane, lion, tree.
This is the first grade dual language homework of this month. As we can see, English is in blue and Spanish is in red. The cross-linguistic connections are important. In this example, children compare the sound in English and the sound in Spanish. As we can see, English is in blue, Spanish is in red. The phonetic awareness is the ability to manipulate sound in our language. And this is an example of a Thanksgiving homework. In first grade, the class of math is in Spanish. This is the book of math. This is a homework of the student. And this is the table of the numbers. Subjects in upper grades. In second and third grade, English and math are in English. Spanish, social studies, and science are in Spanish. In fourth grade, English, social studies, and science are in English. Spanish and math are in Spanish. In fifth grade, English and math are in English, and Spanish, social studies, and science are in Spanish. This graphic shows us the English learners' long-term achievement by program model. The red line represents the program pull-out ESL. The purple line represents the program content ELD. The green line represents early exit transitional. The yellow line represents late exit transitional. The pink line represents one-way dual, and the blue line represents the two-way dual language bilingual education. As we can see, there is a minimal difference in the first years, but the difference between program is bigger in advanced grades. Based on research, dual language bilingual education at the program two-way has the best results. The school environment. For the dual language program to be successful, a school's environment must reflect the richness of both cultures. All the following activities are in both languages. For example, the morning announcement, the all communications to be sent home, honoring cultural diversity to promote positive cross-cultural attitudes, the school programs and activities, resources in campus, library, orientation for all teachers and school staff, resources, materials, classroom library, stations, campus events in both languages, for example, the math night, literacy night, parent meetings, parent and family events, monthly informational meetings, ESL classes, multicultural night. All these activities promote biculturalism. Why is important dual language bilingual education? Because here in El Paso, we live in a border. What is El Paso? And people speak English, Spanish. Bilingualism matters. Help students in multitasking and social abilities. For example, in this course, we saw a video of one student who was learning Chinese and then wanted to go to China. Uh, for example, in the case of Sebastian, he enjoys stories in English and Spanish. Bilingualism helps delaying onset dementia and slowing cognitive aging. Biliteracy matters, connects the scope and sequence of the two languages. It's a gift. Speak, read, and write in English and Spanish. For example, in the third goal of the dual language bilingual education, the socio-cultural competence, um, it is important too because empathy helps students to feel more connected with other people, awareness of diversity, appreciation of different cultures and traditions. In a monolingual view, home language is a problem, but in a dual language academy, home language is an advantage. In the dual language program, teachers, administrators, and other staff members need to promote a positive multilingual learning experience. Some instructional practices used by teachers are positive teacher-student and student-student interactions, culturally and linguistic responsive instruction and assessment, cooperative learning and social interaction, strategies instruction to promote comprehension, understanding and support of students and families by being aware of their cultural differences, create a positive working environment, attend Spanish language acquisition curriculum meetings to ensure the learning of the student. Thank you so much for your attention.